Good morning, everyone. Hey, Lone. Hi, Helios. Hi, Peter. Hi, Goku. Let's go up the list here. Pretty sure I missed a couple. Chuck Norris. Hey, Glowwings. Is that... Oh, geez. I can't read your name because your font is kind of... Is it Josue? Hey, guys. Okay, so welcome to today's live stream. We're going to be doing another Dream Hangars live stream today. So I have selected Alan's Dream Hangar. Looks like we're going to be running the Mender once again. I think I ran that yesterday. The Imugi, the Seraph, the Khepri, Scorpion, and also we have the Luchador here with Vajra and Mahavajra. So let's see, what does it say at the bottom? It says, I'm not sure if you have a balanced variety of long and short range robots. Please tell what changes you would like to make. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at the overall balance of this hangar. The composition weapon wise for the first half of the stream, we're going to be running basically what Alan has here, and then for the second half I'm going to go in and I'm going to start tailoring things, optimizing them, and hopefully you guys can pick up a couple of things from that, or maybe you have a couple of ideas to help improve some of these builds based on what we see. And we can help Alan out with his hangar. Hi Ajax. Hey Quan. Hi Shadow. Hi Aldi. You gone. Mr. Fantastic. Virinks. And I think that's is that Japanese? A Japanese viewer? I think so. Okay, let's take a look at the Mender here. So we've got the Join the Claw. We've got nuclear amplifier, 2 immune amplifiers. I'm going to try this out again with the Iron Hearth and see how it does. I think for this specific build though, I think paralysis would be my, my pick instead. Mostly because with these rust rockets, I'll be able to apply like a lockdown, which I think is sort of important when you're playing like Beacon Rush or Domination. You can lock the players down before they get to a beacon. That kind of helps with you like capturing beacons and also defending it. Like if your teammates aren't around, maybe you want to lock the enemy down, so you have that ability. We've got the Imugi here with the Sonic. I'm gonna try it with the Armadillo. I might switch it up with the Beak. We'll see how this goes. Hi Supreme. We've got the Seraph with the K. I'm debating on whether I should use Redeemers in the second half. We'll see. Nuclear amplifier for the Cremolas, 2 of them. Paralysis for this. Yes, I can lock players down from a distance. Oh, I need to change the skill here. Let's see, what do we have? Hey Viper. We're gonna run the Stubborn Warrior on. I tend to run Stubborn Warrior on like the tanks, the tanky builds. We've got the Scorpion with the Kajo and Mace. This is one of the stronger builds for the Scorpion. I have Paralysis on here more to lock players down, so they can't escape. You could also use the Beak. Or even the Whiteout. I guess I could try that too. And we've got the Luchador with the Mahavajra and the Vajra weapons. Yeah, I'm gonna try this combination out. I know I don't have any Titan anti-control, but I want to see how this works because it's somewhat kind of worked pretty well in the ether, you know, having the two. So we're gonna try that out. Okay, so the question was, how balanced is this hangar? First thing I do is, as you guys know, I look to see how many harpies, sirens, and hawks. Scorpion actually kind of falls into that category too. It's not a very tanky bot. We do have one. We have a Seraph here, so we kind of have to be careful of that. We've got basically 2 range. We don't have more than that, which is kind of good. I don't think I would go beyond 2 though. So let's see. And how many tanks do we have to hold beacons down? We really only have, well, we have the Khepri and the Mender and possibly the Imugi. So I think overall it's somewhat okay balance wise. My prediction is that the Scorpion is probably going to die pretty quick, possibly the Mender too. So in a game, I'm thinking if these 2 go first, how am I going to protect the beacon? The only thing I really have would be the Khepri and the Imugi. Now the problem with the Khepri is that you've got range on here, so if I have to protect a beacon at close range, if I'm dealing with someone who has sonic weapons or like flames, they're probably going to end up killing me pretty quick. So maybe one thing I would change in this composition is maybe running like a close range build. Now that could be flames, that could be, you know, if you had cudgels, you know, claw, that might be another option too. If you have any of those. I'm just reading the chat. You hold on a second, guys. Or even last year, I don't think this is going to do that well. A couple of hits with the Scorpion might be good. Yeah, I had so I had a viewer saying that I wasn't really playing the Scorpion that well because I just dying. It wasn't like before when I used to play it. Something you have to kind of keep in mind too is, you know, the landscape of the game has changed. Okay, so drones, for example, was reworked. We don't have all the resistance and the attack damage chips, the absorber shield. Therefore, you should expect the Scorpion to be played slightly different. Now, you get some players who will sit in a Scorpion, you know, they attack, they blink back, and they keep doing that, you know, over and over again because they want to try to survive for as long as they can in the Scorpion, and I get their perspective. But the thing is, if I'm going up against something like a Mars, and I use the Scorpion to counter the Mars, and I take the Mars out, and that player drops in with something like, I don't know, like a Nether or even like a Demeter, you know, I may decide not to stay in the Scorpion, in which case I would play this aggressively because I need to get into the next bot, which could counter, you know, the Demeter or the Nether. This game I play very strategic, kind of like chess. You know, sometimes you need to sacrifice a bot in order to counter, you know, what's out there. So that's why, you know, I may play it differently. Always be willing to adapt, guys. You've got to sometimes adapt and change your style of play based on what's out there. Yeah, the rust rockets are going to be very deadly, but you could do even like cudgels. Better for than the... Yeah, Magnetars would be better than the Chromola because you have more range and you have the lock too. Sneak behind and capture beacons. Yeah, if you can get them. Yeah, for sure. And also, a lot's going to depend on also your weapon build too, right? Because, you know, you have... When you play Sonic versus, say, like the blast shotguns, which is what I'm going to be using, the style might be a little bit different too, because remember the Sonic weapons, they deal damage a lot quicker and it's gray damage, so you can get that damage in and then get out of there. Versus the blast shotguns, you are probably going to be trying to empty your entire clip before you blink back. So you're exposing the Scorpion for longer than you probably should. So you have style of play as well. Let's see, which one are we going to go for here first? Oof. You know what? I'm going to use the Khepri. Oh, we got Quan. You see what I'm doing is I'm trying to lock them in place so that at least we get this beacon. I'm going to link to that guy, and then I'm going to move on to the beacon in front of me just to kind of protect it. Now, again, I know players will say, well, you should really sit back. Well, the thing is, if I was to sit back, they would actually get the beacon in front of me, which would allow them to spawn closer to our spawn. And you're giving them positioning on the map, which you never want to do. So this is why I say, sometimes you are forced to brawl. You don't have a choice. So I'm watching what's happening on the other parts of the map here. Trying to help this guy out. Locking that angler down. This guy in front of me really needs to heal up here. He's going to be in a bit of trouble. I did link to him, but it's not enough. Let me just put down the shield. Okay, now I'm not going to back away because I'm protecting this beacon here, right? This is where the build I'm using right now will actually struggle because these weapons don't really do that well in close range. We got a bit of a problem on home. We just lost our home beacon. Maybe I can try to lock this guy down. So in this kind of situation, do you see how they've actually gotten very aggressive? This is where I will play my Khepri a little bit more recklessly, more aggressively, because now we need to get those beacons back. I can't sit back, right? Because otherwise they're going to be ending up in our spawn, and that's even worse. Maybe I can lock this guy down. Lock this other one down. There we go. Where's my teammates? I need to push another beacon here. See if I can try to get to this side. So what I'm doing basically right now is I'm trying to transition out of the bot, out of this Khepri, because I need a close range build. So I'm gonna let this guy kill me. And now we need a push. We need to probably push around this way. So let's see. We're gonna use Scorpion. Not sure what this guy's in. Let's attack this player. We're gonna move this way. I'm going to blink back, actually, because this guy is in front of me. I was going to go for their beacon, but I decided not to do that. This beacon we can't give up. Uh-oh. Let's try to move this way. We're going to attack this player over here. Try to take out some of their key players here on their back beacon. Gonna have to reload. I think I did lock. No, he's still in the circle. He's dead though. We got it, I think. Okay, we got this beacon. I'm gonna try to attack this player here. I'm not sure what this guy's in. I think it's a regular bot, right? It is. So there we go. He's behind. Oh shoot! I was gonna blink. Maybe I can lock him. Okay, so at least we got that side. Oh, oh man! I was hoping to drop in over there. Well, you know what? Maybe I can. Let's put this down. Just put this. He's dead. Just empty my clip. Trying to jump here. Man. Let's use that. These guys are using constant gravity amps on me. I think I might get this guy. There we go. Can I flip him? Flip him! Flip him! Flip him! Yes! We're losing a lot of beacons here. You know, all things considered, that build actually did pretty decent. We're going to use Imugi next. We need to get some beacons back. Not sure why my teammates aren't protecting the home beacon here. I'm going to take this. Oh, here we go. Are test servers online? I'm not sure. Usually they are online only on weekends. Sometimes they might be on like Friday. I haven't checked though. Oh man, we were actually going up against a squad. Well, I think their one player might have lost connection, but still, we beat a squad. Players tend to play a lot aggressive and ignore beacons in lower leagues. You're more likely to actually see that in higher level play. You know, they play a lot more aggressively. Oh man, this map again. Trying to just lock these guys down. That's why I have the paralysis on here. That guy's got I think he's got anti-control. Trying to link to this player. I wish I had like cudgels or something on here so I could actually push this beacon more. I need to kill this this Erebus. He's gonna kill me. So the reason why I'm playing aggressively to lose this build is because it's range, and they had two Skyros in center, which means the probability of them pushing our home was gonna be extremely high. And well, we actually see that right now, right? We see an angler here, so I'm gonna use that. That's gonna help me a bit. There we go. Trying to keep his shield down. I'm gonna need to use a heal here soon. There we go. We're losing a lot of beacons here. That left side. There we go. I'm going to move to the left a bit. I think we should have that covered. I'm trying to get closer to my teammates because there's a couple over here that could use my heals. Okay, let's move this way. If this guy just waits a bit, I can heal him up a bit. Trying to get a little bit closer here. Can we get to him? Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Heal some of his grey damage. I think we should really push a center now while we still can. Okay, that guy's going. Yep. Man, that Typhon's pretty strong. I'm trying to do damage to that Typhon. I can't get him. We're losing a beat. Oh, shoot. What is over here? There we go. He might drop into the tank here though, right? Okay, he didn't. Maybe what I should do is... I think I should maybe go to the right. Yeah, let's go to the right. Let me just put this shield up. Not sure what that player is in, but I think it's a Titan. It looks like a... Oh, I guess that answers my question. Wait, is he... He's moving. I think he's going to land on the roof. Yeah, he's going to land on the roof. Okay, I took out one, but I don't think I'm going to survive this. We got that beacon white, and we gave up our home. What is over here? What's this guy? Oh, wait, is this a Mars? No, it's not. There we go. My teammate should get onto this beacon. Is he going to drop me with a tank? No, he didn't. I think he's giving a... Yep, he gave a heal. There's one player here. I think this is a regular bot. It looks like a regular bot. I'm going to attack this guy. He got off... They got off their beacons too, so it might be worth it. There we go. That's the Mars. We turned that beacon white. We got their home too. Okay, we're going to use the Imugi here. Which is going to be perfect because this guy's got a Fenrir. Just going to drop down. Let's just use the shield here. There we go. Oh, wait. They've got a Skyros. Wait, let's do this. You know what? I'm going to go all the way to our home. Let's just drop down here. This way I can kind of link the two beacons. He's dead. Okay, so now we can do this. We can go all the way to their side. And then what I can do is I can maybe form one here and then go straight to this beacon here on this side here. We can do a 5 cap maybe. Let's see. There we go. Trying to target their Titan because I know sonic weapons are good against Titans. Why am I flying so low? Wait a minute, I got locked? What? This game's over. They can't defend their beacons because remember what I said at the start. Harpy, Siren, Hawk. You got too many of those in your hangar, you can't defend beacons. Hi, Adam. Hey, Momo. And wait for the reds to... Yeah, so I kind of tricked them a bit with the Scorpion too. Hi, Steven. Yeah, we don't really see much Sirius out there. I think we might actually see a buff for it. It goes down really fast. Hi, Sayida. Hi, Gustavo. Okay, so for the ones who have just dropped by, you're wondering about the Dream Hangar that I'm running today. So it's Alan's Dream Hangar. We've got the Mender, Imugi, Seraph, Khepri, Scorpion, Luchador. The hangar I'm running right now is pretty much what Alan has requested. So we're going to be doing this for the first half, or at least the first half of the stream. And then afterwards, I'm going to adjust things and try to see if I can strengthen it even more. This way, you know, at least... Are we in a clan battle here? What's going on? I think we're in a clan battle. Yep, I'm going to move to the bottom. Yeah, this way, you know, Alan knows what to upgrade and stuff. Just trying to lock them down if I can. This is why I put paralysis on here, by the way. It kind of keeps him in place so that we can get our beacons. Although they are pushing heavy to our left. Maybe I can kind of lock some of those guys down. Honestly, I think we should push through middle. But we need to watch our home here. I need someone to sit... Guys. I'm going to go through this again. Okay, I'm going to have to sit on this beacon because my teammates got off the right and our home. I'm going to have to sit... I don't know. Where is my team? Where are they? Why doesn't that guy go for the right beacon? Get it back, dude. Okay, I'm going to link to him. I wanted to actually push through the center here because this beacon's open, but I can't leave this beacon until my teammates get onto it. That guy... Oh, they got ghost bots here. Wait. They have a ghost bot. Okay, so now my teammates are here. Perfect. I think we might be getting that other beacon back. I should try to help this guy here. Hold on. I'm going to link. I think he has a nether. Let me see if I can try to help him. Here we go. Okay. If I can lock this guy down. Oh, he has... Wait, he has anti-control on that thing? I think he does. Let's use a scorpion. That's a Khepri. I'm gonna try to attack this guy over here. We need to get rid of some of those players on the left side. Let's go for this guy. He's got a shield, so I think we should attack him. What is that, a Mars? Okay, so I think we... Yep, go onto this beacon. He just gave it up. I'm gonna try to see if I can... Oh, I couldn't blink back. Waited too long. I can kill this angler here. I'm gonna get killed. I'm just sitting on that beacon for now. This guy's moving here. We're gonna try to defend. I'm not sure what this guy's in. Wait a minute. We just lost this beacon. There's no one there. You guys see that? They have a ghost. I just got phase exiled by someone. Wait, what? Wait a minute. How did that guy die? The heck's going on? Wait, is there someone on this beacon now? Because I can't change it. What? They have a ghost. They might be cheating. I think someone's cheating here. Yeah, because look, we can't turn that beacon. They have a ghost spot. Am I turning this one? Okay, we're turning this one. I should have used my ability. I couldn't use it quick enough. I'm going to use my Luchador here. This might be a total disaster. I guess we'll find out. He's going to go around. Shoot. Guys, we need to hold down the side beacon here quickly. Trying to get on. Oh, no. Right here, too. Incoming! Squish. There we go. Nice. This guy's going for the right beacon. I need to jump to that side quickly. Quickly, we got to block him. he changed direction. He changed direction. Uh-oh. No, not the bottom. Guys, home. I'm gonna see if I can try to make a push here. Yikes! He's pushing me around. We need to get another beacon back. Quick. This guy's almost dead. Which beacon do we have? This side. No, wait. We have that one. Incoming! Are we pulling off a 5 cap here? What's going on? Maybe we got a cheater on our team. Our hackers are better than their hackers. I don't know what's going on in this game anymore. They changed beacons and there was no one there. It's like everyone turned on their hacks. Guys, I might be the only legit player here. What's going on this side? What on earth did I just witness? Oh, that's got to be a Titan. Incoming! Oh, no, it's not. I have no idea what just happened there. But I think we might have had someone cheating on both sides. The battle of hackers. I don't even know what was going on. So one beacon was changing. There was no one even on it. There was probably a ghost spot. And then all of a sudden, the game just turned around and we ended up winning. What? Like I said, I might be the only legit player that's not cheating. Did they remove the PvE? I'm not sure. IRO is a known hacking clan. So it was hacker vs hacker. Oh, we got them again. The heck is going on now? Let's see what happens in this game, if it happens too. They're probably complaining. They're like, dude, did you not turn on your hack? Can't you see we were getting hacked? I was actually going to go to the back beacon, but I couldn't. I mean, I guess I could have, but I would have given this up. This beacon is white. My teammate should really get onto this beacon here. He can't. Is he in a hawk? A hawk, siren, or harpy? I'm guessing, right? What is he in? Just trying to protect our home back there. See if I can try to help my buddy here. This way he can use his ability and, you know, I can hold the beacon down for him. Oh, man, I should have used the heal. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, guys. This side. Where's my teammate? Harpy and Siren. Remember what I said at the start? You can't hold down beacons. Oh, hi. Just going to flight. More just to hold this beacon down. Very important we get this beacon. Uh-oh. Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem. We got a bit of a problem here with this one. And my teammate just needs to sit on this beacon here to help me out. Then I can drop in with my Luch. I'm gonna see if I can hold this down for as long as possible here. I hear that he has those weapons. I'm gonna drop in with my Luch because he should be dropping in now, right? Let's go for him. That's more like a bit of a calculated risk. Risking my Titan to take out their Titan. Let's use the Scorpion. Wonder if I can get close enough to this player. He phase exiled me. That was a mistake. Yep. He actually protected me. Thank you for your beacon. He's going straight for my teammate. There we go. Let's hit this guy here. Let's see if the game turns around now, because I think that one... Is there one player on our team again? I'm trying to confuse him. Whatever works, man. Whatever works. We confused him. I need to help get the center beacon now. That guy's... Let's go. I did lock him down. If he uses his ability, we might be able to get this beacon. Maybe. That Skyro should push their home. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you should go for their home, because I'm not going to survive against this guy. There's no ways. Yikes! Don't shoot, don't shoot! Oh my gosh, my health. I'm dead. Yeah, that Skyros needs to go. He needs to go for their home. With its lobster drone. I think I actually prefer that. We could try... Do you guys want to see me run like the whiteout on there? Harpy Siren. Remember guys, Harpy Siren. Oh look, Harpy. Or a Siren. You better not have another one. I think our team got just totally white. Oh wait, no, there's two. The kid was underrated. Remember when Titans first came out, we were all running around with kids? That sounded weird, but you know what I mean. Angler doesn't look so strong. What happened to him? Angler got a pretty big nerf. Like, when they rebalance things. I think the damage does like something like 45% less damage when using the ability, and the physical shield was also weakened by, what was it, 10% or something? You guys want me to run like the whiteout on here, and we can do like a comparison? I don't want to change things too much, because I'm going to be changing it later on, you know, after maybe like 1 or 2 games. Hi Doc. Hi Zach. Hi Phoenix. Or running with kids. Live stream, let's see. RP and Siren are TDM. I mean, you can run it, but don't do your whole hangar. Like, I see some players running like 3 or 4. I'm like thinking, you can't play Beacon Rush with that. There's no ways. Demon Fenrir. You guys want to see whiteout drone on here? I can run whiteout and we can make a comparison, but I'm pretty sure that I think paralysis is stronger. But we can try this, because the thing is I can't lock players down, remember? And there were a couple of times where that actually made a huge difference. In the games I've played so far with the Scorpion, it made a huge difference. Why is Dream Hangars on Friday? Because instead of doing like one video where I do 2 Dream Hangars, I'm now doing it in like 2 different live streams. I think this format is better for viewers. Well, not viewers specifically, more like players that are building their hangar. Because what I typically do is, so I show you guys the Dream Hangar that I'm running right now. And what I do is I run it for the first half, so 1 hour is when we run it for, and after the hour I will go in and I will adjust things. This way you can see my thinking behind why I use certain you know, modules, why I would change certain things. You get to see it live, why, you know, that person's hangar doesn't perform as well as you would think. I'm trying to move forward. Oh my gosh, that guy just got smoked. I'm trying to get closer here. My last stand has been triggered. I'm dead. I couldn't get close enough. We've got 4 guys here, but yet we gave up the beacon on the left side. How is that? This person's gonna get my beacon here. I'm trying to hold my beacon down. I have to go in a flight. How is that guy locking? Oh, you know what? He's got lock on there. My Imugi is going to go down really quick here. My team is pushing very aggressively. We should actually push the left. This beacon's open. We should push because they have a lot of camping bots, right? Whenever your opponent is camping like this, push, push, go, 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 go. The longer we take, the worse it's going to be for us later on. And I think red team's they're figuring it out now too. We're gonna take out this behemoth here. Get this beacon. We lost a beacon somewhere. Man, I'm getting really bad lag. You notice like my screen is stopping. Let's go for this guy here. I can't lock players down with this. I forgot I changed the drone. Let's do that. I'm gonna die. I can't drop in. My team didn't hold down that beacon. Okay, wait. Maybe I can drop in over here. They gave up this side. They're all scrambling, but this guy may go across here on this side here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop in over here. Let's see if we can try to protect it. There's someone over here on this side. Go to the bottom, guys. Don't. Let's try to heal this guy up a bit. There we go. I'm gonna keep healing like the ethers on my team, like the titans, like this guy. As long as he doesn't go into flight, I can heal him up. Because we're going to need all the titans we have here. So let me just heal him. We're losing our bottom beacon or somewhere. Uh-oh. Yikes! Gonna curve that around. I'm gonna need to heal here. I wonder if I can survive. This is gonna be close, I think. Yeah, they're dropping in all their titans now too. Someone went down to the bottom here. I'm gonna die. Sonic damage. Yikes. I don't know if I'm gonna survive. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Why do you report pay-to-win players? Because they keep the game alive. Yeah, I think it's more out of jealousy, to be honest. Players will say pay-to-win, they report, they hack and stuff, but it's more out of jealousy. If you didn't have those players, guys, you wouldn't have a game, and it would be even worse for you, because then you'll have to play Candy Crush. So which would it be? There's some people who are tankers. They went on a spending spree. Well, those are the ones that... Yeah, I saw a lot of like posts. There was a lot that were part of the whole no spend march or whatever, and they ended up spending anyways, which goes back to my point. You can't tell players how to spend their own money. You know, as much as you want, you think you have that power, you really don't. We've only got one more player left. There's a lot of micro freezes I'm noticing, but I'm not sure if that's because of my emulator, because I usually get that with emulator, but it's been really bad recently. Is the Fenrir still strong with a new beacon? I'm not sure what you mean by the new beacon changes. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Honestly, playing Candy Crush isn't that bad. Yeah, I would never play that. I played it before, got bored. You guys know, I know you kind of joke saying that you would rather play Candy Crush. But I know a lot of players would end up not playing. They'd play it and then they'll get bored and then they'll find another game. Yeah, that was a close game. The whiteout on here, definitely worse than the paralysis. I prefer the paralysis big time. Paralysis allows me to lock players down. I couldn't lock the one player. There was one Seraph that was going to their home beacon up top. I couldn't lock him down, right? I was firing and I know you have the EMP, but the bottom line is he was in flight already, so it wasn't really helping. You know, if he landed, maybe, because he wouldn't be able to heal or whatever, phase shift. But that wasn't like, I needed to stop him from getting to his beacon. Does a behemoth have auto? You could put auto on there, but I don't think it's really going to help much. Well, not as much as you think. It's all about good loss, Iceman. We'll try to see if this is better. If this one we do better in this game. I think I still prefer the paralysis over that. Guys, oh man, move forward, please. You don't want to give them the beacon here because you're going to give them positioning on the map now. And they're already pushing up top too. Let me just do this. We're going to lock this Fafnir down. I'm not firing at him because he has his shield up. Oh wait, does he? Oh, he's got a beak. I was thinking he probably... Oh, wait. Let's do that. Trying to get him down to that last stand at least. I'm just looking to see what's happening back here. We have a guy up top. We have actually 2 of them up top here. We're going to use a scorpion. Whoa, what happened there? Oh my gosh, that was weird. Bottom beacon, guys. Bottom beacon. These guys are pushing now. We have to stop them. They're going to be dropping in that scent and pushing this home. Don't... Watch what my teammates do. They'll get off the beacon. Just watch. This guy got off the beacon. This one's flying above. Is he going to land here, though? We're going to hit that guy. I'm going to hit this one here. Blinking back onto the beacon. Protect it. Just going to empty my clip here. We have a Imugi flying here somewhere. I think it's this guy here. They're making a push now for our left. I can't stop him. The only thing I can do is kill my bot. Let's attack him quick. There we go. It's me this way. Berg, bad wins. 50 plus, not good. I need to attack the bridge. Okay, we're dealing with a shell. I'm just looking around the corner to see what I'm dealing with here. We've got a Typhon. I think I might be able to kill this Typhon. Let's try. There we go. We're getting the bridge, right? Someone's up top. Someone's over here too. We just lost both our beacons, guys. I think we're going to give up the bridge too by the looks of it. So red team is making a mistake here too. So you see how 2 guys went after the one beacon? They didn't leave one player to hold down the bridge. So that trouble that they went through to get the beacon here, they lost both. I think he's going to lose this. So what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll do this. We'll kill him this way. There we go. I know players will say, well, it's a cheap move because I killed my bot. No, it's not. The goal is to win. Sometimes you need to ditch bots and sacrifice in order to win games. Oh no. Well, you know what? He used his ability first, so maybe I might be able to kill him. There we go. Let's put that shield up maybe. That might help a little bit. Oh, I tried to see if I could activate my shield. I needed like one more split second. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to basically snap them by putting so much beacon pressure onto their home that they can't recover from it. So watch the beacon bar go down now. You're going to move this way. Watch their beacon bar. Come on, go through the teleport. I think I... Hold on. Yep, there we go. We're going to hold this down. Here we go. Go in a flight, and I'm just going to sit on this beacon. Game over. Win at all costs. Yeah, but legit. At least I don't hack and cheat. Thank you, Viper, for becoming or for being a silver ranked member for 3 months. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. Adrian, are you planning on releasing a new series of Secrets Revealed? Yeah, I still need to do that. Hi, Suki man. Oh, we're already at 1 hour. So now I'm gonna go in, guys. I'm gonna try to strengthen this this hangar, and we're gonna see how we can do that. Now, usually when I strengthen a hangar, I take a look at like the weapon combinations and like modules, possibly even drones, depending on what I'm running, in order to make that hangar even more stronger than what it is. This way you guys get to learn like my thought process, you know, why I'm changing certain things, how I'm balancing things out. And hopefully that helps you when it comes to, you know, upgrading your hangar, you know, whether, I mean, you might, so for example, you might think that like this build's really good and you leveling it up, but then after you see me play it, you notice it really isn't that effective, you know, so you might consider maybe not upgrading and then switching to another build perhaps. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Before I do that though, this is the Dream Hangar that I was running for the last hour. So once again, also thank you very much to Alan. So we have the Mender, the Imugi, Seraph, Khepri, Scorpion, and Luchador. And then he made a comment about the balance. So one of the things that I did mention, and you can kind of see it actually, you know, in the games I played. I actually still think it's maybe too much range. I know the most that I would ever do is 2 range. So a while back when we couldn't choose our battle modes, I was kind of forced to play TDM. I actually ran a test and I thought maybe like 3 or 4 range would work. I was actually completely wrong because I found out that in most games, the most amount of range that I would use would be 2, possibly 3, but even 3 was really pushing it. There was like maybe a 5% chance that I would hit that third. Because most times you're sitting back and you're camping. So, you know, Beacon Rush Domination, that's not going to happen. So this here is going to be my range. Or I could even use the Khepri. But what I'll do is we'll run another build here. Maybe I can run... Someone was actually recommending the Magnetars, but I'm going to do actually close range instead. So we're going to do close range to balance the Seraph out. And then what I can do is I can run like Redeemers on here. And then we'll do like Magnetars or something on the Khepri. Or even Blight. You know, Blight could actually work really well too. Just to kind of get that balance between the 2 builds. Hi Cold. Hey Wonderland. There is no tanks. Yeah, there isn't really that. Well, you know what? You can use the Imugi to hold down a beacon. So I did mention that. Do I not have any? Hold on. Oh, I can't do it that way. Yeah, I remember now why I had to switch to a different view. Make it so complicated. I just want to take the weapons off the spot. Yeah, now I'm going to take the hangar that was given to me and I'm going to make it more effective. We'll play a couple of games and then I will kind of evaluate things and see how they actually go. The main thing is just trying to make it stronger. I'm actually wondering to... Let's try actually do 2 of these. See how it goes. We could also use 2 of the immune amps to give me a little bit more speed as well. Okay, so now that we have a close range here, we can balance it with decay. I don't think I would change anything here. This one I would change actually. You know what? I want to try see if I can actually run rather Sonic. I think Sonic is actually far more lethal, in my opinion. Especially if you're dealing with tanks. What you will struggle with though is whenever the player has like an Aegis shield, I can see that being a problem. But whenever I run Sonic, I usually like or prefer running 2 nuclear amps. Now, the trick here is I don't really want to stay in the Scorpion for very long. The main thing is just to kind of get that damage in. We could do paralysis, but wait, what does this do now? I mean, I guess you could even use the barrel, to be honest. That doesn't sound that bad, or based on what I'm seeing. Another one could be the beak. We can try the beak. I found this to be on the weaker side, so let's see. Let me put some repair amps on here and see how this does instead. I might have to put a last stand on here, but I'm going to run this instead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a paralysis on here with these weapons. This way, if I need to lock a player down before he gets to my home, or maybe locking them down just until my teammates arrive, that might help. This one we're going to run the new weapons on. The top drones, yeah, I didn't do that video just yet because I wanted to see how things kind of evolve. I have started to notice that, you know, when I play, I'm using... I'm just trying to think like if I should run this kind of setup here. If I should use anti-control. Let me just try this. What I've been noticing is when I build my hangars for a lot of my videos, I've been using a lot of paralysis, and if I do have like a defense drone, it's usually armadillo. Sometimes I try whiteout, but I've been noticing with whiteout, I don't survive for very long. Oh, I have a level 1 claw on here. Oh. Thank you for catching that. Sometimes what I do is after I'm done my whole hangar, I do look at this. I should make it a habit. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see how this does overall. Actually, wait, hold on. Before I do that, okay, so the Khepri is gonna be. Wait, hold on a second. Should be a little bit more tankier. Okay, so the Mender's a little bit more tankier. We've got the Khepri to hold down beacons. Imugi can hold down a beacon. We have some range and then close range, mostly close range. Let's see how this does here. It should do better. They do well in close range. They do okay in close range. I wouldn't say like well as in they do very, very well. The thing is, so with the Blight and even like Magnetars, you know, for example, I find when you are dealing with fast moving bots at close range, because you have to hit the target if there's any bit of lag, and if, you know, they're dashing back and forth, for example, or you are in a fast moving bot, the chances are you're not going to hit all your shots, which can be a bit of a problem. Should you upgrade your Squalls and Grom to max? No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, let's see, Beacon Rush. We're going to start with, let's use the Imugi first. We need to get those beacons quickly, so 4 players going to the right, 1 going to the left. I might actually go straight for center here. Another option is to go actually for their home. They have a couple of players there. Yeah, they're pushing our home. He's going to our back beacon. So you notice the awareness of my teammates? I don't think this guy... well, he realizes now, but it's too late. They got that beacon already. I'm going to go through a teleport, see if I can try to get the center beacon here. Okay, we got this side. We're going to go for the Seraph first because he has range. You want to always take out the range first on a range map. I have sonic weapons to deal with the invader here. Let's go in a flight. Letting my weapons charge up a little bit here. Trying to hit the Khepri. If I can knock a weapon off, that would be ideal. It's gonna flight. How did we lose the center and the back beacon there? Didn't we have 4 beacons on him? There we go. Use the heal. He's gonna drop in here with a Titan. No, he has another Khepri. Oh my gosh, we're getting 5 capped. I have no idea how we just got 5 capped. What on earth is my team doing? Okay, I'm gonna have to sacrifice this here. I need a fast bot to move across the map, which is probably gonna be that Seraph. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about canyon map. I don't understand how we could lose 5 beacons. Trying to take out that Imugi. This guy's got he's got bendy bullets. I'm not really focusing on him, because those builds generally don't do well at close range. So I'm just holding this beacon down for now. I don't know why the Skyros is going to the beacon that I'm already at. He should have gone to the other side. Let's move over here. We're going to drop in from this side and try to see if we can maybe push this way. I'm going to go this way here. Let's move this way. Move this way. I'm going to we need to attack that last beacon quickly. One of their titans is weak. We might be doing a 5 cap. I'm gonna push home again. Heck, I made a mistake. You shouldn't have done that. You could have used that Skyros to run beacons. There we go. We're giving up our beacons again, though. We need to push our home. We lost like 4 beacons. What? How? Someone's cheating on that side. I think someone's cheating on red team. Why is this beacon not changing? I think we had some ghost bots in that game. They had a player. There wasn't any red player on our one beacon, but yet the beacon was held down as red. Quan, I don't really push players to get a paralysis. I'm just using what I feel is the strongest. I could easily use the beak, which is what I used on the Scorpion. I think, again, players focus so much on certain things that they feel that when they don't have it, all of a sudden their build sucks. It's more important to have the right combination on your bot. By combination, I mean like weapons. Also strategy-wise, so for example, why hasn't anyone gotten this beacon here on the left side when it's wide open? You know what I mean? These are the things that determine whether you win or lose. Having a paralysis doesn't determine whether you win or lose. We still haven't gotten the left side, and there's been 2 guys here. Come on, guys. This is basics. This is like stuff you should know even in Expert League. What the heck is that? I'm so confused. That was an invader. Trying to get out of the Scorpion now because we need to make sure that we cover the left flank and we push into center. I'm going to push into center, then I'm going to arc around to the left unless they move to the left side. Nope, I'm going to go here. Left. We're going to drop in over here so that we can go straight to their home. I'm going to push into center now, see if we can guard this. Hopefully my teammates follow through and they follow my lead. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to go through, see if we can try to get this beacon here as well. Let's go into flight. Copy. I'm just going to keep pushing. He's gone. Come on, kill it, kill it. Why are we giving up so many beacons here? We had all the beacons and we just gave it up. So you see how like my teammates were backing off? This is what causes you to lose games. Having paralysis is the least of your concerns. You can have paralysis. If you play this way, it's not going to make any difference. We still haven't got this left beacon. Why isn't this guy getting... Okay, I'm going to move to the left side here. Then I'm going to gravitate towards the center. Looks like we're going to give up our home beacon too. I'm going to link to the guy in center. We're going to push the left. Let's use the heal. Trying to get this beacon here. He's going to have to get out of that mode to deal with me. It would be nice if my teammate actually got onto this beacon here so that... Yep, there we go. Just use the heal. There's a teammate I can link to. Can't link. By the way, guys, the whole point of Dream Hangars, I also think you're kind of missing the point of a Dream Hangar. Usually when you say dream anything, dream home, chances are you don't have it. Maybe you can't afford it, but at least you know that, you know, when, like in the case of like this game, if you're building a robot or like a build, at least you know what to go for. And that is the key thing, because knowing what you're going to go for and, you know, how you're going to dedicate your resources towards a certain weapon or like a build, at least you know that. If you don't know it, you actually end up spending even more. You know what I mean? So if I didn't tell you that the paralysis was like the strongest for the particular build, well, what would you do? You would run the beak, maybe get the iron hearth because it's cheap, and you'll find out that the build doesn't actually really work. But in that process of trying to figure out what actually works, you would have spent more gold, more silver, more drone currency. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but this is kind of how I learned. You know, when I first started the game, there was one player in our clan who basically maxed out everything. I would always ask him, how does it perform at max? Because I didn't want to waste my gold and stuff. You know, like you level something up and you find that it's subpar. Just to prove my point, let's run beak. It doesn't matter. What matters is the strategy and the fact that you've got the right build on your bot. Build being weapons and modules. Players put too much emphasis on certain things when they don't know the basics. But I will do this just to kind of annoy those players, because I know that in the end they're going to realize that maybe it's not all about the paralysis, right? But we'll do it. We'll do it that way, just to be annoying. Hey, Joe. Best robot right now, probably the Nether, I would say. Hi, Plague. The Angler? No, I wouldn't get an Angler. Because I already started nerfing it down. It got 2 pretty big nerfs, and just that alone would be the reason why I wouldn't go for it. I'm just looking to see what they have back there. Paralysis is your favorite drone. If you saw, so here's the thing: if you saw like a offer in the store and it was really cheap, if I didn't tell you that paralysis was good, would you have gotten it? Probably not, right? You would have probably gotten like the beak or something. There's multiple reasons why I would want to show the strongest builds. So you would have actually lost all your resources for that too. Let's link to this guy. You know why they're struggling? Remember what I said at the start of the live stream? Too many Harpy, Siren, Scorpion. They can't defend their beacon. They have a Scorpion here, but it's taken them 3-4 guys to kill me. I gotta be careful here. They're pushing the left flank. This guy's gonna run all the way to our back beacon. I'm just anticipating that. I think he is, right? Trying to get this guy down to his last stand, because if we kill him, we can get this side beacon of theirs, maybe. Okay, we're on center. Iron Hearth, I already did kind of run. I ran that yesterday. I think my teammates should be able to handle this guy, right? Oh, he's got a bad build. Yeah, I don't know about the atomizer stuff. I can hear it going off. He's struggling to kill this angler. You know what? If he's running angler, he should consider running like even flames or sonic on that build. Yeah, because that's not a tanky build. There we go. I might have to ditch this Mender here to deal with this Luchador. I think that's a Luchador. Yeah. Luchador. So sometimes what I will do is I will fire at them like this so that they activate their shield. And then once they activate their shield, I will drop in with my Titan. Because by the time I drop in, they don't have a shield. There we go. What I might do also, is to jump to this side here. Because we're putting a lot of beacon pressure. That will free up the middle. But I want to do that quickly while we still have blue players. Otherwise, I'm going to be alone. Okay, we are moving forward. You know what? Let's just jump. I'm going to put more pressure on this right flank here. This could be a disaster, though. We'll see. Put that down. I'm just gonna push. This guy better go on a flight. Oh my gosh, he just lost a full Mirrormets. What happened there? That was weird. Maybe he couldn't use his ability. Where are they dropping in? Man, this guy's tough. Why did I not kill him? Arthur still good? No, it's not. I would rather use something like Minos. Like if you're looking for... I think Minos is pretty decent. Because you can at least use it for free for all. And I think like with new weapons, whether you have the Vajra or like the Vora, I think it'll do really well. What happened over here? Hey, Frederick. Oh my gosh, 10 beacons in that game. That's crazy. But I guess, you know what? On carrier map, you can get a lot of beacons. I'm just changing my drones here. I think I might have had more of those maxed. Okay, here we go. Why do I have so many Cossacks? Because sometimes I need to sell weapons, and it's just easier that way. Instead of having to equip weapons on all my weapon slots for all my bots and all my hangar decks. This takes too long. You know, when you're creating content, sometimes you need to change things quickly. I don't want to sit here for like half an hour changing stuff. Pilot. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, Luchador, Minos. Actually, I think Minos might make more sense. The reason why is because you don't know if that player plays free-for-all. Also, in the current meta, we're seeing like a lot of gravity amps being used. Whenever you have so many gravity amps being used, like, you know, players using it to target you, multiple players, you may actually need the Minos to get out of there. And that, you know, being that it has the ability to kind of rush around the map very quickly, that is helpful, right? You can avoid getting hit. Or, you know, maybe you can't avoid getting hit, but you can at least, you know, evade some of those shots being fired at you. Or strikes, rather. I'm just trying to sit on this beacon here just to be really annoying for them. There we go. I'm gonna move this way here. I can kill that. Oh, there we go. We're changing this beacon too. Man, they're giving up a lot of beacons. The red team, they gave up all their beacons. Although we're giving up this side here. I think it's getting harder for my team to control because we have so many beacons on the map now. Let's just do that. So many anglers. Honestly, you should be running more patrons. Because they're struggling to kill me, I notice. I'm going to go into stealth now. Look at that. Yeah, Angler's not really as strong as it used to be. I mean, the changes they made were pretty huge. So I guess that answers your question about Paralysis Beak. and Patron. Didn't really make any difference. You know, if you know how to play, you know the basics. You know, that alone is worth more than all your upgrades combined. You can go for Minos POV. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to what I had before. That was just more to prove my point. It doesn't really make as much of a difference as you might think. We're trying to optimize the builds here for... Wait, I'm going to use... I'm going to use Beak for this one here. I'm just trying to optimize the builds for Alan. And I would do the same for anyone else, you know, depending on like what... whose Dream Hangar I do. This is just like how I do things. And usually when I'm running and I'm doing like how I used to do the Dream Hangars before in a video format, I would do this. I'd run a couple of games and I look to see how it performs with like so and so modules and drones. Sometimes I will change things up depending on how many games I play and what I see. So hopefully you can kind of see, you know, why I do things the way I do it. But you didn't see it before, right? Because I never showed it. You didn't see my thought process. And it honestly doesn't make as much of a difference as you might think. What makes more of a difference is your like, so if you're running like a Khepri, you know, which weapons work really well for the Khepri. I think that makes more of a difference, in my opinion. Because you could have like the best robot in the game, but then if you run like, I don't know, gust weapons or something crazy like that, it's not gonna help you much like you might think. Is a Daltaki? I don't really use a Daltaki unless I'm using the laser weapons. So yeah, I don't really use it. I know some players like they hype it up, but you know, I've run it before and I was like, yeah, it's kind of okay. But you know, with me, if it's kind of okay, it probably isn't good. If that's my response, if that's my reaction to it. Now, if there's something that I run and I'm like, whoa, this is actually doing a lot of damage, and then I run another game and it does a lot of damage again. The third game, it might not do so well, it does okay. Fourth game, it does well again, and I start to notice a pattern. And, you know, at that point, then I'm like, okay, you know, I gotta take note now, because there's something that is working with that build. Now, can I apply that to other builds that might be similar? So, for example, so like the Seraph build, for example, you know, this does really well, the Redeemers. Now, what other builds which, you know, typically use Redeemers, maybe it might perform well. It might even perform well on the Fenrir. You know, it does well on the Erebus, on the Behemoth. You know, does it do well on like the Siren and the Harpy? You know what I mean? That's how I start. When you start noticing a bit of a trend, then you know. I think this one I was going to change. Yeah, we were going to do Magnetars on here. Although, I think I tried this out and I think I preferred Shredders over this. But that's more just brawling. This one actually might work with that, the Iron Hearth. The one that someone wanted me to run immune amplifiers on here with the Neon. I think it was the Neon. Or actually, no, wait. We can run it with this one. Although, I don't really want to stay in this bot for too long, because I have this thing with range. If I'm in the bot for too long and my teammates are taking like heavy damage, then I will adjust the build just so I can die And, you know, I used to do this even for my main hangar. When I used to play that more, I would do the same thing. It's more just to kind of counterbalance. You know what? I might leave that. This one I think I might change. Yeah, invade. Ooh, speaking of Invader, remember when I ran that in a recent Dream Hangars? The one live stream? That thing was like, I mean, it was doing work. And it wasn't just like just one game. It was like multiple games too. Everyone was like asking me what was I running on my Invader. And I'm like, so I showed them. They're like, oh. Hi, Kroll. Oh, Beacon Rush. Yeah, I think I might start with the Imugi first. I was actually going to start with the Khepri. More because it's range, and on this map, range generally doesn't do that well. I mean, there might be some times where it kind of does well, but there's a lot of cover on this map. So what I would use is, I would use it as a sacrificial, like a beacon runner. Oh my gosh, that guy's going so far back. You know what? Being that they have no one on this beacon, I might as well just push. Let me guess, that guy's got Weber. He's got Weber. Players always ask me if Weber does a lot of damage. Well, what good is the damage if I'm already got on your beacon? You know what I mean? He's so far back. How's he helping his team? Also, why is my team giving up so many beacons? Is the other thing. Let's try to get... I'm going to try to get this beacon here. Maybe what I can do is I might try to link this one with the bottom. So this guy over here, he's sitting back. I think he has a Typhon with Weber. Players always ask me, like I keep telling them, don't upgrade. He's just allowed me to get 3 beacons. And I'm in stealth. So does he have quantum radar now or what? What's going to happen here? Guess we're going to find out. There we go. And that's him. So you see why I tell players like don't upgrade? You would have saved like over what? Almost close to 2 billion silver maybe? And now he's got... What is that? Although that build's actually a lot better than the other one. But maybe he's doing the same thing that I do. Get rid of the range. He might be doing that. Although he has 2 Typhons. Oh my gosh, he's got another one. What the... Does that guy have a whole hangar full of Typhons? I have a feeling he does. That's a lot of Typhons, man. That's his 3rd one. Trying to knock this guy's shield down. Let's lock him in place. That guy had a lot of Typhons. I wasn't I thought maybe he just had 1. Then he dropped in another one and a 3rd one after that. The thing with a Typhon though, it's not really a tank. This guy's dead. There's no ways. Yeah, this is the one. He has, let me guess, another Typhon? Okay, wait, let's see if he has another one. I mean, maybe it's his favorite bot, but man. Oh my gosh, I think he does have another one. Because I see a shield on that bot. That's a Typhon, right? Let's see. It is. Oh my gosh. Wow, this guy really, he loves his Typhons. Man, I think I killed like 3 or 4 of them. Let me guess, another one? He has another one! Oh my gosh. Wow. His whole hangar is just Typhons. That guy. Wow. We're giving up a lot of beacons here. I just noticed we only got 1 beacon. That's not good. That's definitely not good. So the other thing too that a lot of players ask me with the ether, the glaive and the lance, do you notice how that guy struggled? So he was struggling because on this map it's not really ideal. There's a lot of cover on this map, and that's where range doesn't really do that well. Just going to flight. Just trying to help with this this Indra here so we can get this beacon. Try to focus down that guy. Oh my gosh, that guy just got smoked. He got hit by, go figure, glaive and lance. Just try to help out this Nodens here on my team. Man, Redeemers. I actually honestly think Redeemers are going to get nerfed. I'm not telling Pixonic that. I can just see based on, you know, the games I play with these weapons. They really are very powerful. Relative to like something like punches. Yep, we're going to kill that guy there. This one, I know he's trying to target me, but he's going to die too. And that shield drops. Can't stay up forever. There we go. Dead. Titan weapons can be blocked by a physical shield. Oh, you're referring to like the Arthur? I think actually the Arthur needs a very big buff. I think the Arthur needs a buff. Nodens, there's issues right now with like the healing. But even that aside, like if everything worked perfectly on the Nodens, I still think it needs a buff. I would maybe, you know, based on what I'm like seeing right now in the game, maybe giving it like some resistance and like more healing. Because even then, I don't even think it would hold up against, you know, like Luchador with these weapons, for example. Speaking of which, the Evora and the Veyron need to be nerfed. Relative to like some of the other weapons out there, when you see how they perform, they're doing too much damage. Blinding weapons, I find, are blinding too much, too frequently. So maybe what I would do with the blinding weapons, give it more damage, but don't make it where it blinds as frequently as it is now. Hi, Anunnaki. It's I would say the second strongest build, Vikram, with the Mahavajra and the Vajra on the Luchador. I would say it's the second strongest. The first is obviously the Veyron and the Evora. Is the Shuranga good? I would not level up the Shuranga. I think also the Shuranga needs a bit of a buff too. I would buff it. I'm just trying to think like how would I buff it? Maybe giving it like a little bit more speed and more health perhaps. You don't want to make it too strong because you got to remember that you have 3 alpha weapons on it. Plus you have the phase exile. So you got to kind of be careful of giving it too much of a buff. Opinion on the bulwark. I haven't actually run the bulwark in a very long time, but when I did run it, it didn't really do that well. I would have to run it again to see how it performs. I guess I'll link to this guy here. I actually want to get the left beacon, make sure we get that first. Trying to lock that guy in place here. He's going to be dropping soon. He has the laser weapons. I'm more worried about what's going to happen on this left side though. My team will need to help me here. I can't hold down two players. One an angler on top of that too. I need to use my ability. Go for the nether first if I can. Because I know... So I went for the nether first, not the angler. Because the angler, when it uses its ability, it will give up a beacon. So as long as my teammates are on that beacon, I'm fine with. Although we should... Yeah, so as long as they're there... You know what? I'm going to put pressure on their back beacon here. Because we can always drop in on that side. As long as my teammates... Oh, man. I guess they didn't hold it down. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Well, you know what? We got this side. So what I can do is I can link this beacon with the other one. Maybe I'll do that. Ooh, they made a key mistake. They all left the beacon here and they didn't stay. Sonic weapons. I'm telling you, sonic weapons versus tanks. No jokes. Yep. That's why I ran sonic weapons on my Ravana. On the baby account. He's going to give us this beacon. I just need to sit on this beacon. We should have it. There we go. Now going to flight. Let's push this side. I do see a Luchador going on that side. I'm going to see if I can try to actually get this first. And then I'll ditch the Imugi and drop in on the right flank. If I can. I don't know if it's going to be... That's a Luchador here, right? Yep. He activated his ability. I activated my ability afterwards, which means I have an edge. He's dead. You're dead. Yep. Let's jump towards center. Game. Happy Easter animation. Hi, Rama. Okay, so I think that's gonna be the last game of the stream. So hold on a second here. Let me just put that comment up again. So today we did run Alan's Dream Hangar. So thank you very much to Alan. We ran the Mender, the Imugi, Seraph, Khepri, Scorpion, and also the Luchador. I have the builds here. So the way that Dream Hangars works now, because I've been live streaming it and a lot of players actually prefer this format because they find it more informative, and I think they learn the whole process on how to actually strengthen their hangar. And I think that's kind of important because you can use it for any hangar. You could be in any league. But hopefully, you know, Alan got something from this live stream. And I will, I think I left a link. I might have left a link to the stream. But basically, the format for these live streams, for the first, you know, 1 hour, I run what Alan wants me to run. And then for the second, you know, half of the stream, so the next 1 hour following, I make changes to the hangar and I try to strengthen it. This way, you know, if Alan is, if he is purchasing something in the game, maybe he finds like a really good deal or whatever, and it might be the build that I showed him that works really well, at least he knows to go for it and he can get like, the, you know, that deal cheap. Or maybe he might be building something like, I think what he had, what did he have? He had, oh, the bendy bullets. He might be leveling it up, but then he finds maybe it doesn't really work. You know, like out of the games he saw, he will save his resources and then build towards something that actually works. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see why I do things this way. I think it's a lot better, especially if, you know, I'm trying to, you know, help a player out and they can kind of see how I'm adjusting my hangar. Not only like weapon wise, but also like balance. Yeah, so a lot of, I think players needed to kind of warm up to this format, but I do prefer it because there's some things that I can't, like, if you go back to like my video format, there's some things that I didn't show because I couldn't. Well, I mean, I could, but the video would have been a lot longer. So I might as well just turn it into a live stream at that point. And also I get to answer your questions that you might have as well. Anytime, Plague. Should you use flame or sonic weapons on the Khepri? They both have their downsides. So with flames, they can actually do a lot of damage. The only thing is flames, you have to kind of lead the target. And in the current meta where we're seeing like really fast moving robots. So for example, we have the Nether, which can dash. We also have the Angler, which can move really fast. The Lynx is going to be coming to the game, and that has the stealth. In that case, I think I might be kind of leaning more towards Sonic. Just because it's direct hit, you don't have to lead the target. Is the Favnia and Scatty build still good in your? No, I wouldn't run that. I actually find the Favnia very weak right now because we don't have drones like the Nebula, which has all the stacked resistance, you know what I mean? And like the absorber shield. So that has weakened the Favnia quite a bit. I don't think I would run the Favnia now. But if I did run the Favnia, would I run the Scatty? I wouldn't. I would pick something like Hazard, possibly even Pulsar. Pulsar could be really good too. You could also try Tyrans if you were looking for an older weapon, because I believe those weapons were buffed slightly. Yeah, just remember, so one of the weaknesses that I found in, like, you know, the many games that I've been playing, like whether I play on this account or whether I play on the baby account, you know, in the games that I play, I quite often do look at my teammates' hangars and also the enemies' hangars. What I have noticed, 3 things that quite often have an impact on whether you win or not, you know, like a really big impact. One of the things I found was a lot of, in the games where there were a lot of losses, players tended to have a lot of Harpy, Sirens, Hawks, and like Scorpions. Now, I know those bots are, they can be effective, and they can be if you play it right, but to load your hangar up with so many of those, not a good thing to do. So for example, if I have a Scorpion here, I don't think I would want to run like a Harpy, Siren, or a Hawk. You know, I would pick one and then that would be it. So in this case, I have the Scorpion. The reason why I wouldn't is because they're not tanky. You know, you can't hold down a beacon most times. Like with the Scorpion, you're going to be attacking, you're going to be blinking back. The Harpy, the Siren, you're going in a flight, you're hitting the enemy, but if they're on your beacon, you have to land, you have to blink back, which means you're going to lose that bot, is what I'm saying. So try not to have too many of those in your hangar. The other thing I noticed too in the games that I've lost, quite often the players tend to have too much range. So like they would have spear, they would have hazard decay, they would have bendy bullets, lasers. It's just like, at what point, like, you know, if I were to get into your spawn with like the scorpion, for example, and you firing lasers at me, you can't hit me. You know how much damage I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wipe out like 3 of your bots. You better hope that one of those bots does the damage that 3 would have done if you actually had like proper builds on it. So yeah, having too many weaker bots, weaker, I don't mean levels, I'm talking about specifically, you know, the Harpy, Siren, Hawk, Scorpion, I find, you know, they can be very fragile. Having too much range, and also not enough tanks. So like in this stream, you might have noticed like the Imugi I was able to hold down beacons with. The Khepri was really good. It would have been nicer to have another tank. I guess the Mender is sort of a tank, but it didn't really hold its ground. Even with all that healing, it just wasn't enough. I think, you know, using even something like an Invader or like a Fenrir would have helped, in my opinion, instead of the Mender. But all these bots are good until Expert, the Harpy, and the Siren. So here's the thing, Vikram. And I get asked this question a lot because I see it in the comment section. Quite often players will be like, well, Adrian, you know, is this bot good for Expert League or is it good for Diamond League? The thing is, what's the point of building a bot for just Expert League? Because when you get to Expert League, I'm going to tell you that it's not really that great. You got to build another bot for Master. Wouldn't it just make more sense to, you know, build towards a bot that does well in Champion League or like Master League? You know, why are you asking me for all the different... It's actually going to cost you more in resources. It'll take you longer to actually achieve what you want to achieve. I'm trying to speed things up and making it more cost effective for you guys. Thank you, Thierry. Thank you so much for your donation. Much appreciated. Great play and great advice. Most informative pilot in the game. Thank you so much, Thierry. Much appreciated. Yeah, I always go for what... I mean, even... So look, even if we were to take a look at my baby account. Okay, let's just go back. Let me load up my baby account and you'll understand why I do that. It just doesn't make any logical sense. Like why I would want to build specifically for like Diamond League or Expert League. I would never ever do that. Like, let me just load up this so you can see my actual hangar here. All these offers now. I guess all my ads are going to show up too, right? Okay, wait, let me just do that. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, if I was to run a maxed out hangar, taking this baby account, you know, taking this and like, you know, if this was actually maxed out, first of all, how many Harpies, Sirens, Hawks, Scorpions do I have in my hangar? I have none. I guess the Erebus could kind of fall into that category because it is on the fragile side. Demeter somewhat, but not really. You know, Demeter can actually be very tanky. So I would say maybe just one, being the Erebus, kind of falls into that fragile category. It can go down really quick. How much range do I have in my hangar? Well, there really isn't any. There isn't really any range. 350, 350, 350, 200, 200. How many tanks do I have in my hangar that can hold down a beacon? 1, 2, 3. Sheriff, Demeter to some extent actually can. Ravana, I have to be careful of because with this one, if you use your Transcendent, you will give up a beacon. But there's at least 3 tanks. It has everything that I'm been trying to teach you. I'm actually doing it myself so you can actually see. So if you're wondering, how does this hangar that is so low level perform well against MK2 and MK3 players? That is the reason why. Does it make sense now? Like, I hope that it kind of like sinks in, because you know, these things, and if I had to run these like at max level, they would probably actually perform really well. Maybe not the Fenrir as much, but definitely the 4. The Arthur probably not at max level, because I do have my weapons at max on here. But this Hangar would actually perform pretty decent at max level, and I'm designing it because I know that it does well at max level. Therefore, I build towards it. I'm not going to build specific to what Expert League players run. If you want a really good tip, you go to Legend League, you look to see what they're running. And I know you can say, well, they're obviously all running Anglers, Nethers. That's not what I mean. What are they running over here that you may possibly be able to actually build? Sonic weapons. There we go. So you can at least look at that. So you have Sonic weapons that you can build in the workshop. You know, you go through some of the hangars here of some of the top players. You know, the players that play day in, day out. You know, they're very active. This guy has Scald, Incinerator, Scorcher. Might be a weapon that you want to try out and you want to level up. You know, you build towards what the top players are running. You always do that. That way you cut to the chase. You streamline your progress and you get there quicker. Sonic weapons. You notice we're starting to see a bit of a trend here. Sonic weapons. And also they have the rust rockets. A lot of them are running the rust rockets. So therefore, if you're doing the special delivery crates, you know, and you happen to win one, might be a good idea to level it up. Notice the trend. I'm just pointing it out here. You're going to start seeing, you know, as I go through a lot of these players, you're going to see they have very similar hangars, but also their weapons are very similar. This guy's got spear. He has a puncher on here. So if you have a puncher that you might have won, might be something you want to consider. Let's just go down the list here, see what some of these others have. Yeah, this guy has all rust rockets. By the way, notice how much range he has. 1 range. Pretty much all brawlers. All close range. If you wanna be a strong player, you've gotta learn. You've gotta learn from the stronger players out there. And this is not about spending, guys. It's not really isn't about that. It's about trying to figure out like certain patterns. Like what are they doing that you aren't doing? Yeah, so you see we have like rust rockets here, a lot of tanks. You notice? Tanks, range. So they have some range, but for the most part, a lot of anglers, lot of nethers, a lot of rust rockets, a lot of Sonic. Yeah, Sonic. So you're starting to see a bit of a pattern. And then what you can do is once you start to see that pattern, you can go back to the workshop. And you can see what you can actually build. Okay, so like Redeemer's pretty decent, like max level. But we were seeing some Incinerator, some Scorcher, Skull. That might be something you want to focus on. You could also build Sonic weapons. Someone had Puncher. Just go here. Oh, I can't change this because I'm building something. I got Redeemers. Let me just go back. Let me go back to my other account. Hold on. Revenant I've found to be kind of on the weak side. I mean, it can do okay, but it actually goes on really quick. I think the Fenrir, in terms of like finding a tank, I think would do better. strong with the iron earth with probably with immune, right? The immune amplifier I can see. Okay, so yeah, I should have probably done this instead, but Scorcher, Scald, Incinerator. We've got the sonic weapons here which you could build. We didn't really see like flamethrowers much. I think more sonic weapons. Redeemer's pretty decent too. The best drone for close range. I don't go by range. Yeah, I don't base my drones based on range. I actually base it on the weapons. Okay, so for example, the crew and the claw rather and the jaw on the Mender, this to me, because these kind of have like effect accumulation thing on them. Wait, effect duration. Wait, it doesn't. Let's do this rather. It has effect duration. Usually, actually before they had effect accumulation, but I guess they changed it because of drones. But whenever you have like an effect on a weapon, using something like paralysis can be helpful because you're locking a player down. Now it depends on how much of the effect accumulation there is. Some weapons would like lock down a player quicker. So in this case, I would actually think paralysis works better. But just to kind of show you like what I mean, if I'm running like say sonic weapons, maybe the paralysis might not be the best option. Using something like perhaps the patron or like the beak might actually be better, or barrel, you know what I mean? So it's gonna depend on like your weapons. Yeah, if you don't have paralysis, use beak. Paralysis just gives you ability to lock players down, but it's not going to be a massive difference like you think. Like I commented earlier when I was live streaming, players, they put too much emphasis on like a beak or a drone. You know, like they make it where it's going to be game changing for them, but it really isn't. Not as much as you think it will be. If you don't know the basics of the game and you don't, like, you know, you have a really bad hanger composition, you don't push beacons, you don't know how to hold it down, all these basics, if you don't have that down, having the beak it's not gonna do anything for you. Or, you know, paralysis rather. You could have paralysis on all your bots, you are still gonna have the same outcome. The only way you're gonna change the outcome is if you change the habits, whether it be, you know, having too much range in your hanger, whether it be bad habit of not going for beacons, not holding them down, you are still going to lose until that changes. Having a paralysis like drone is not going to change anything. It's kind of like when, again, I hate referring to Fortnite, but the reason why I'm referring, because that game is free, but hopefully those that play it can kind of relate. So when I first got into Fortnite, you know, I started playing zero builds, and I still play zero builds. A lot of players were kind of, you know, making fun of me, and they're like, you got to learn how to build. And I'm like saying, well, what's the point of learning how to build if my aim is bad? You know, if you don't know the basics, what's the point of learning and putting up a wall or whatever to protect yourself? Yeah, you will protect yourself, but if the other guy knocks that wall down and they have really good aim, you're going to be dead anyways. And it's funny that I kind of mentioned that because I was watching this one guy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this guy called Shroud. He has insane aim. And this one content creator who creates content for like Fortnite, he was watching him and he was like saying, this guy's aim is insane. He doesn't even need to build. Players fear him because his aim is so good. if you know how to build, it's only going to save you for so long. Eventually, you're going to have to fight the guy and you're going to have to face his insane aim. So, if you don't know the basics, putting up a wall or having, in this case, a paralysis drone is not going to do much good. You have to know the basics. If you want to change the outcome and you want to win more games, you got to know the basics and you got to know it very well. That is the difference between like a strong player, not just in this game, it could be any other game. The ones that know the fundamentals well and they know it like really, really well, those are the ones that are going to they're the ones that are going to win games. The Mender is so weak, you just need to wait for the ability. I think that applies to any bot with ability. The same goes with like a Scorpion, right? Or a Seraph. Like you just need to wait until they land. And then they're very vulnerable. Then if you're in a Scorpion or Revenant, you attack. Same thing. When will I be streaming War Robots Frontiers again? I tend to stream that more for my members, because I found that when I put it like, for everyone else, not many watch it, so I'm not really getting the views for it. In which case I would just kind of do it for my members. Kalido, I actually haven't done the extermination mode, the level 3, 4, and 5. But I have seen that some players were saying that it's kind of funny because level 4 is harder than level 5. But yeah, I haven't explored the other levels. Ooh, William, that's a good question. What is the best War Robots event or update I have played? Probably the very first Halloween update, I think. Only because... So, the very first Halloween update that we got was very unique. It was nothing like I had seen in previous years. We had like ghost robots on the field, which was kind of cool. The only thing is when that came out, there was a lot of lag because obviously, we have ghost robots. But the whole spooky feel, they really outdid themselves and they've never been able to top that. But also, it's my most memorable, I think, event. Because it's so different. And it's not something that you can just recreate and constantly have. Once you've experienced that, that it had its moment kind of thing. I don't know, that's a good question. What has been your, out of all the time that you played this game, what has been your most memorable, event? That is a good question. But definitely the first Halloween. This drone is not fully leveled. Oh, I didn't level it? Well, it says max. Hi Zach, that's been around. That's like three to 4 years ago. But thanks for dropping by again, and I'm glad to have you back on my channel. Halloween and all that. Yeah, so I think the reason why the events don't really feel the same, it doesn't feel special anymore, it's because they have too many events. Does that make sense? players, they don't really appreciate events anymore because, you know, every time when you have an event, so back then when we had like the Halloween or whatever, we only had like maybe like 3 or 4 events the entire year, which made it kind of special. You know, it's like something that doesn't come up very often, and when it does, they kind of outdo themselves. Now we have events every like month almost, or pretty much like every month. Being that it's like so often, it has become the norm. You know, it's not really special anymore. So I think that's why players don't feel that way, and they're hoping that, you know, things change. The only way it's going to change is if we don't get any events for a while, and then they do the same thing. I think there's actually a term for that. I'm trying to remember what the term was. You know, the point where players, when they experience too much, it doesn't have the same effect on them anymore. Lunar New Year. I know their birthday events usually are really good, and it's actually coming up soon. You know, their birthday event. Their birthday events were really big, but if we're talking like events specifically, like if I had to pick just one, it was their very first Halloween event, I think, is the most memorable for me. Just because they never, you know, prior years, they never had a Halloween event. So that was the first of its kind. So for me, that's why I think I remember it, because it was the first of its kind and was so different. I'd never seen anything like that before. The Heimdall is fragile. Yeah, the Heimdall is fragile. I wouldn't be surprised if the Heimdall gets another buff, which is crazy because that Titan has gotten what, 3? I think it's 3 buffs now. Marginal cost. No, there's another. I can't remember what the term is. Desensitized. There was another term I was thinking of, not that one. I know what you're referring to. It's like basically exhaustion, but it's not that's not the word I'm looking for. You know, like when you watch, it's kind of like so, you know, like you have like PUBG, you have Fortnite, they're all like battle royale games. Now, if you start playing all of them, after a while, they just don't do anything for you because they're all the same, just repackaged kind of thing. You know what I mean? It would have to be something very different in order for you to feel that same effect, because you've been playing all the games and they're all pretty much the same. They're just slightly different. Bigger events equals more money invested by players, but their events aren't really big. So the events that I'm referring to, when you know we had the first Halloween event, that was actually bigger than the events we see now. Fatigue. Yeah. No, that's it. It's fatigue. Player. It's like, I think they call it player fatigue. Yeah, I think it's I think I'm referring to like player fatigue, because you get to the point where players, they just one event is just like another event which you experience, and because it's happening so frequent, it becomes the norm, and it feels like it's part of the game. There's nothing special about it because it's like that every single month. Now, if they had to take that and like remove all the events and only do like say 3 or 4 a year, or maybe only 2 a year, when those events actually come, it would feel special because it doesn't happen often. And I would actually argue that players might even spend more then because they're more hyped up about like the event. In the brain of us, yeah, it becomes boring and no longer stimulating, even if it's slightly different. So like if I had to play like say Fortnite, PUBG, any kind of game that is very similar to that, if you play for a while, they're all the same, really. They won't do anything for me. I have to find something that's actually different. Hey Brian. That's why you play slowly. It's better on your fatigue. Maybe that's why I'm kind of enjoying Fortnite lately, because it's just different. When you play the game for like 7 or 8 years, although I think my frustration really isn't so much in that I've been playing for a long time. I think it's more just I tend to be a very competitive player. In case you didn't know or seen in like when I play, I tend to be a very competitive player. The thing is, I'm finding that the games right at the top, they're not as competitive as they used to be, and I think it's because we're seeing less experienced players. We see players that have the equipment, but because they're not playing to the level that I'm used to playing when I used to playing clan battles, because I'm not seeing that, there's just more frustration. And then obviously you have things like the hackers and the lag and other stuff on top of that. But I think that's kind of the reason why too. But I have to kind of, I find with me, I have to kind of remind myself, and I have to be careful of being too competitive, because I can even have that frustration even in like Fortnite, which is a game which I started recently. Like I even have that kind of that frustration with that. But you see, the difference with me is that when I win, it's legit. I don't cheat. The best pilot for Khepri? I think I would probably go with Misaki and Panchi. Although, you know what? You could probably do Neon too. It depends on how many times you get frozen. Like, you have different effects on you. If you're finding a lot of players are like locking you down, suppressing you or freezing you, then you probably want to go for this pilot over here. If you're playing in squad games, I could see how the Neon would be helpful, because obviously when you link, your teammates get like more speed, they get like bonuses. So it really depends on if you're playing squad play, with whether you're playing solo. Also those effects, how many of the effects you're experiencing. David said good on Orochi. It can work, but I find that Orochi is a very fragile bot. It's better to kind of almost keep your distance. When I say distance, I don't mean like camp in it. I actually think Redeemers would work really well on the Orochi now. I haven't tried it, but I think it would. Yeah, in solo, yeah, the other one is better. Auto, if you have... No, so the thing is, I really kind of strongly advise kind of against like weapon-based pilots. So the reason why I wouldn't do the auto for the Khepri specifically So let's just say you leveled up the autopilot, the auto Schreier, and then you had spears and you leveled that up, and then they nerfed the spear, which there's a high probability they may do that, by the way. So let's just say they nerfed the spear. You have now had your weapons nerfed, and technically speaking also the pilot, right? Because a pilot, the weapon may not be as effective even with the pilot, so now you've lost out on your weapons and your pilot. Whereas if you had leveled up the Misaki, you know, your weapons might have been nerfed, maybe you don't like it, fine, you use another weapon, but at least your pilot's not affected. And you still have that skill. Because remember, the weapon-based pilots, you know, they have a special skill for a specific weapon. Now, if that weapon or that group of weapons is affected, that skill is affected too. Does that make sense? Storms outdated on yeah. So with the Ravana, or I should say, what's it, Ravna? I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Someone is commenting on my pronunciation of that. I'll just say Ravana for now, but if you're going to be running their bot, honestly, I still think Sonic Weapons is the best for it. It just works. Those weapons, the reload works really well with the cooldown of the Transcendence ability, rather. Vipers on... No, I wouldn't do Vipers. Like, I'm sure it can do decent damage. It's more the reload of the Viper that... we're in a meta now where you kind of need a fast reload and the damage output needs to be really high. Any kind of, like... I think anything over like an 8-second reload is too long. It's pretty much 5 seconds. You know, 3 to 5 seconds, whatever the lowest is. The Mars, the Sonic is good at charges, nuclear amp, fast. So I think it's more the turret that is probably charging it up pretty quick. Ravana. Yeah, someone was commenting on... I'm so used to saying Ravana. A really good build for the Mars actually is the Scorches. If you haven't tried that and you have those weapons, definitely try it. You know, once again with paralysis, of course, to lock players down. Okay, so anyways, guys, I think I'm going to be wrapping things up. I'm not sure if we have a test server tomorrow or if there's anything new that's going to be tested. Otherwise, I don't really have anything planned for tomorrow, but I might start working on my my giveaway video for next week. So, for the ones who, like, you know, do follow me and you are interested in, like, the Ardent Imugi, I'm going to be giving away 100 of these. But I'm going to do a specific video for that, and I'm hoping to release that next week. So I might start working on that tomorrow instead of releasing a video, unless of course we have a test server and there's something new. And then there's going to be obviously a live stream on Sunday. I'm still kind of deciding what I'm going to do on Sunday, if I should do a War Robots live stream, whether it should be War Robots Frontiers or like a different game. I should go back and look at the poll, because a lot were asking me, they want to see like different games, which I can totally do. Maybe then I should start Overwatch 2. I've actually been meaning to try that out, but I have no idea. I've never played that game, or even Valorant for that matter. Thank you, Kron. Oh no, you sold your Scorches. They were bad. Yeah, you never want to sell your weapons. Remember what I always say. Now you know. Just because a weapon is bad, don't think that they will never buff it, because that's usually a sign they will probably buff it. And obviously the nerfing happens if it's too good. Okay, so anyways, before I get going, thank you very much to Dark Warrior, Lone, Smiley, Togi, Dominic, Kine, Jack, Goose, and Frederick. for helping to moderate today's live stream chat. Much appreciated. If they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out as well. Salt in the wound paralysis. Okay, and also thank you very much to the Viper and Churi for supporting my channel and also for your donations. Much appreciated. Oh my gosh, you guys seriously want to see me play Quake? I haven't played Quake in like ages. I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys really want to see me play another game on Sunday? Should I try like Overwatch 2? You'll see me make all the noob mistakes like I did with like Fortnite. I tell you, with Fortnite, the funny thing is when I first started playing, I didn't know that I could actually open chests. That's how much of a noob I was. I was smashing the chest trying to get the loot out. Someone's like, why don't you just open it? I was like, you can open it? And then also when I picked up a grenade, I didn't know it was a grenade. And I was like in like a bathroom or whatever in a house. And I picked up a grenade. I was like, what does this do? And I threw it. And the ones that were on Discord that was watching, the live stream, they're like shouting, get out, get out. So I just ran out the bathroom and the whole thing exploded and all the walls blew down. I was like, oh, that's what it does. I thought it was a shockwave grenade because I didn't know the difference. Good times, good times. Yes, to what? To what? Overwatch? Luchador, the Vajra or the Mahavajra, or the Dazzler. I would do the Luchador with the Vajra and the Mahavajra. I've never tried Valorant either, but someone was saying that they use that to help with the aim. I'd have to install it and see how to get things working. Maybe I'll do Overwatch 2. Okay, so anyways, guys, that is it for the stream. Also, thank you very much to Alan. So that is Alan's comment once again. Everyone else is like a noob. You did the same thing with smashing the chest. You see, Orlando did the same thing. He also started playing. We got to play, by the way. I'm going to bring you into my squad. Maybe later on. Okay, so anyways, guys. Thank you very much to Alan as well for your Dream Hangar. I hope you get to see the gameplay. I will link you actually to this live stream if I haven't done it already. So you can check out the gameplay. And hopefully I was able to help you with your hangar. And yeah, for the ones who are interested in getting their Dream Hangar, possibility of it possibly being featured on my channel, make sure, after the stream is done, you post your Dream Hangar in the comment section, and maybe next week I might feature it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, and until the next live stream, I'll catch you guys later. Cheers, guys.